So in this video, I want to talk about how to create brand you content and not content that drives likes. So let's see what we have in store for this conversation. One of the things that I really want to drive home when you are building a personal brand is that you focus on your core content, what you're about, what you're trying to distinguish about yourself and your positions and your attitudes and approaches, and also speaking into your client's dream vision. So when we focus on creating content that's all about likes, and believe me, it's easy to do, and this is not just for the younger generation that's possibly doing things just to get attention and to feel self-esteem lift up or whatever. Because I know that there's a pretty serious problem with, that social acceptance through social media. I'm not going to talk about that. What I'm talking about is professionals, seasoned professionals, solopreneurs who are basing their choices and what content they create based on likes. Now, that said, it is important to respond to people who are engaging with your content, that are liking it and making comments. But what's more interesting is watching where the engagement is the highest. So one of the tricks that a well-known marketer did, and it's not really a trick, it's more of just a marketing best practice, is they created it was the same video, and they created like 5 or 6 different thumbnail images and different captions. And they saw that with which ones, it was more like an A/B testing, where they were trying to determine which one got the best response. Now, I'm sure that they were measuring other things like the time of day they posted it, who knows what else, like a channel they posted it in or whatever. So there's all these different types of measurements. Now, this is a marketer, by the way, that has a big team. You stay in the frame there. Big team. And so they can have that video repurposed, and I'm sure the marketing expert that was on the video probably had nothing to do with the repurposing, the A/B testing, all the measuring, and the responses. Although they do claim that they do engage themselves with the comments, which is good. That is authenticity, and I advocate for that. But what I want to point out is that when we try to go for the attention, the likes, those types of things, I think it's easy for us to lose and fall out of integrity with what we're really a stand for and what we're passionate about. So I love to teach. I love to guide. I love to give confidence to solopreneurs who are really not sure about the marketing game, how to get themselves out there in front of the people that they're really designed and put on this planet to serve, so they can do work they love and have a wonderful business. And yet all of these mechanics that are social media, that are click funnels, that are automation, that are all these measurement devices, Google Analytics, it can get a little bit artificial, and I believe remove us from the real experience of the intention of what we're trying to do. And so as long as you're putting out as much content as possible, that you're resonating with what your prospect is struggling with, and you speak to that, you teach to that, you share your own struggles around things that you've done similarly, and you're able to create more of a bond and an experience of how you show up and what you're really trying to do with that, hopefully, future client. And I think that when we get out of whack by using the mechanics of online marketing today, that we can kind of lose that. And I've seen some really great people out there turn their content over to a team, and what ends up happening is the personality starts to fall away a little bit. It becomes a little more mechanical. Now, obviously, we have to rely on our team when we get to a certain size and to get things out there. And yes, it does increase volume, it does increase the attention, but don't do it where it's, it actually hurts your brand. And so the more home movie-ish, the more, kind of vulnerable you can be, the more real you can be, the more that you can focus on building that brand you. Because remember, people buy people, not services. That's what we really want to build. We want to build the relationship. We want to build the experience. We want to convey as best as we possibly can that relationship and that concern for our audience in such a way that it's displayed in the social channels as best as we can, given that it's mostly one way in many ways, unless we're doing a live or a Zoom interaction, which is a little different than that some of this kind of push content that we're doing. But engage with your comments, like below. I want to know what you're doing to infuse as much of you into your content versus likes right now. Like, what did this video do for you? I want to know. So please comment, because I look at all the comments, I respond to them, and I really want to understand what it is that you're struggling with when it comes to finding that balance of leveraging automation, leveraging team, leveraging the, just the infrastructure of every channel that we're producing our content through, and yet still being you. So when you can find that balance, when you can not over automate things and, put more distance between you and your prospect, that's when your brand starts to lose its potency. So I'm all about making sure that your brand is as big and as loud as you are, even if you're as loud as a little mouse. So people connect and you attract the right people that you want to work with. So just remember, always put you first, your clients first, and then the likes and all that stuff will come later. Let it happen organically. Hope this was helpful. Don't forget, comment below. Thanks a bunch.